middle passage was death for the weaker ones.
Yes, sir.
So the stronger ones are the ones that made it to the shores.
Yes,
the stronger ones are the ones who said, we're not going to allow you to be disrespectful as a country and say, in one hand, all men are created equal, but we're going to enslave a whole group of people.
Go ahead.
No, we're going to fight against that. And that was we're the descendants of those who said, we're not going to accept that. We're the descendants of the ones who said, we're going to be the first to go to medical school. We're going to be the first to go to law school. We're going to be the first to move in this community. We're going to be the first to head these corporations. We're the descendants of the strong ones
That's right.
who said, we're not going to accept what you're trying to sell us.
Come on.
What we sitting around this room are the descendants of kings,
Sure.
queens,
Yes.
rulers,
Yes.
scientists, astronomers.
Yes.
I'll put it in a poem. If you could allow me, it's called Black History.
Mm.
Go ahead, Brian.
Go
The
ahead.
Constitution originally intended that you and I were 3/5 of a human being. Even though we invented language and writing, math, science, and mythology, taught the rest of the world astronomy, religion, architecture, and geometry.
Go ahead.
From our ancestors came Moses, Isaac, Abraham, Jesus, and the disciples.
All right.
Mystery schools attended by pharaohs, then the knowledge stolen by Greek and Roman rivals. 3/5. What an insult.
Go ahead.
It was our folks who mapped out the stars, put
right.
the turbine engine in people's cars, invented the home security system and railroad crossing guard, saving millions of lives mostly at night, but we certainly can't forget the red, yellow, and green of the 3/5 of a traffic light.
Come on.
Or how about the cell phone and the air conditioner, the guided missile, the ironing board, and the golf tee? 3/5 of a human being? Man, you must be kidding me. Even back then, somebody should have pointed out and realized that those who made it here were the strong ones. Let's be real. The weaker ones died.
Yes, sir.
Tossed overboard during the Middle Passage to add spirit to the seas. We are the descendants of kings, queens, and warriors. Show some respect, please.
Yes, sir.
I know
Yes,
it's
sir.
easy to get frustrated and depressed watching our folks squander our work and cars, apartments, and how we dress. But our past is indicative of our future, and where the game will ultimately come to a strong resolve, instead of less than a man, 3/5 of a person, we will be the people around whom the entire world will revolve. Brothers and sisters, that's just a couple of minutes tonight.
All right.
Okay, we're going to be closing out. I'm just going to have Miss Denise come up and tell us a little bit about the fight. Miss Regina Frazier, she was actually the event coordinator, and she was the one responsible for actually getting us Jerome Simpson, number 89 of the Cincinnati Bengals, wide receiver. He actually sponsored our tickets to this event. So we want to make sure that we give him a hand, give Miss Regina Frazier.
My name is Denise DeBose. I work for R&R Promotions. We are now, and have been for about 2 years, the largest boxing promoter in the state of Ohio. We are based here in Cincinnati. We have a 99% undefeated stable. So thanks to Coach Mike and a few other coaches like P-Man and a few more that I won't take the time to mention. But we have a really exciting card this weekend. We have worked 3.5 years for this. Our first fight was May 31st, 2008. And it's been a long road.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is going to be Adrian's third time to appear on HBO. His first 2 fights was against some really important people in the game. He had a decision win over Daniel Ponce de Leon, who is a former world champion, and Jason Litzau, who was they were looking at to possibly help Adrian solve his problem, as they say these days. But it didn't happen. He had a first-round stoppage. If you didn't get to see it, you should probably try to find a copy. Like Kim and Lisa, we've all known these kids, and P-Man, we've known these kids since they were little. And like I said before, the most important people in the gym are our coaches and the parents. We need the parents to back them up.
Right.
One of the things that we do need in the city is more officials. If I'm correct, Kim, we're like really, really in need of officials. When gyms like P-Man's gym or Queen City or anyone wants to have an event, we have to scramble to find officials. If you don't have enough officials, you can't have an event. And these events, most of the time, are fundraisers for the actual gyms, so that these kids can travel to tournaments nationally and internationally, because it's out of the parents' pocket or sometimes the coach's pocket that gets them to where they have to go. Now,